What up? What up? What's going on? What's the deal? Uh, get this posted up and stuff like that. Let me copy this link real quick. My voice is acting up. My voice is acting up, bro. This is crazy work. My voice acting up. What up? What up, Select? What's going on? Let me post this up real quick. Get the chat rolling. Bear with me real quick. Let me see if this is working real quick. Yeah, we're working now. We're working now. What up? What up, though? My voice acting up, bro. So I'm in and out. I'm in and out. I just want to get this set up real quick. And probably that's what I need to start doing to be in and out anyway. So yeah. Let me post this up real quick. Yelling at that TV last night, boy. Motherfuckers got on my nerves, man. Mm-mm-mm. Feel like I had a fight with the Bears. All right, let's get to it, right to it, man. I'm gonna be in and out, get out y'all hair, right? So I did a drive by on a slate and some bats I like, couple pitches I like, some bats I like. No matter what you want to take them for, you know what I'm saying? Bombs, all that. Yesterday I should have I hit a round robin. I had a two out of three on the bombs. That was Chapman, Story, and Suarez sold, right? But cash that. I only bet two of those three straights. Of course, I hit one, so it didn't even. I mean, that's crazy. Still cash. Got smoked on the Bears game. A couple reception props hit though. Shout out to It don't even matter. Shout out to nobody because I took an L. So I ain't even gonna stunt like that. Um, Bankroll builder even smoked. So they collected my ass yesterday. So where I'm at with this slate. First of all, of course, we got 15 games, and the first game on the docket here. I'm not really too much going to bats here, but Cal Bradish. Cal Bradish is somebody that you can look at his strikeouts. Okay, you can definitely look at his strikeouts. I was looking at Pittsburgh. They have been striking out as of late. Okay, so last 30 days. Pittsburgh 10th striking out last 2 weeks. Pittsburgh sixth in striking out versus right hand pitching. And then last 7 days, I don't know how many plate appearances, but 139 plate appearances, uh, 64 WRC plus. Okay, cross references, check them at home. They striking out there too. The only thing about that is I don't know how long Bradish is going to be going. Okay, so don't know how long Bradish is going to be going. This would be his third game. He came out, he gave Boston 10 Ks, then he gave San Diego 5 Ks, right? His strikeouts probably sitting around five, 5.5. He's throwing 80 pitches in both of those outings. His strikeouts are in play. Don't know if I'm going to get there, okay? But I'm giving you the spiel. Kansas City Royals have not been hitting lefties, okay? They have not been hitting lefties. And then North Cameron's got some decent K stuff. Lately, Kansas City been striking. I mean, Cleveland been striking out versus lefties, but as of late, they've been hitting them a little bit. I don't know where I stand with this game. Truth be told, so it is what it is. I like the pitcher mac for this matchup for this game. I'm not giving you any plays on this game. Some strikeouts, some unders, and shit like that could be play, but I'm not making a play. I expect both of these pitchers to get hit. Now, lately, for the Washington side, the lefties look pretty good. Okay, lefties look pretty good, and surprisingly, that's a left on left matchup, right? So, taking a look at Washington here, taking a look at Washington here, um, left hand hitters, Washington. Oops, let's go to Washington. Hit Missouri, where he's pitching his worst to lefties. You can see all that green up there. Then you got, I'll bring it in to as of late, last 3 weeks at least. Load up for me real quick. Okay, last 3 weeks, CJ Abrams 9 for 22, Forrester base hits and a bomb. Off this pitch mix, 45 fly ball, 30 pulled air, 8% K rate. Um, no, I'm sorry, 24% K rate. I'm sorry. And it's a decent amount of green. Average 100 exit velo right there for James Wood. I'll bring it back down real quick. Last 7 days, it could be whatever, right? So Dalen Lau, somebody I definitely like, at least for a hit. This is the last 7 days right here. And it's versus left hand pitching. So I mean right hand pitching, I'm sorry. This is the last 7 days right here, right? So they've been kind of green. So it is what it is. Yes, Josh Bell did go get busy, right? So, it is what it is with that situation. Josh Bell did get crazy, but it's hard for me to tell who I want to pick here in the situation. Yeah, they just got to get it together, man. Yep, yep, for sure. Now, Mitchell Parker is not good. Okay, so we've seen Miami get pesky, bro. We've seen Miami get pesky. I can see Miami hitting him, but I look at him. I can't tell who's going to hit him, bro. Straight up, you know what I'm saying? But it could be a recipe for an over while we have a 9 total here, but I'm not the best when it comes to sides and totals. It could be a recipe for old over. I expect both teams to put up runs here in this spot. I do like the lefties, however you want to look at them. For Washington, I do know I like them. Only an over under 8 in this spot here when it comes to this New York Mets in this Phillies game. I think I'm gonna rest my case on the bats here and just don't want to wrestle with them. Chaminade has got a really high K percentage there. Suarez could be turning the corner. So I'm not going to step off into that mud. It's 15 games. I don't have to jump on every little green piece of green that I see. So I'm gonna step back. I'll tell you, if I had to take, I don't know. I don't really know because um, Sean Manaea hasn't been I don't know, right? I don't. He hasn't been pitching the amount of innings that I've been, throwing the amount of pitches that I'm a little bit more accustomed to, as far as me getting ready to bet on them. Let me see. I must have had that mixed up then. I might have had that mixed up because he is throwing a decent amount of pitches. So if you do like his K's, then you know it is what it is. He does have two nineties right there, so excuse me on my part right there. But he has had strikeouts in the area of 6, 8, 7, 8, 5, 4, 3, whatever the case may be. He's got a decent little K percentage, but I don't know. I'm probably just gonna fall back. Could be a nervy spot. Who knows? Meaningful games though, definitely. But like I said, I'm gonna fall back here. Detroit, New York Yankees. Right now, where I feel like there's a pathway for Mize to hit his strikeouts. Strikeouts sitting at, I'm sorry, Will Warren to hit his strikeouts. Strikeouts sitting at, I want to say 5.5. I think there's a pathway for him to hit his strikeouts. Um, I think it's a pathway for him to get his strikeouts. So taking a look at lately, right? So let's look at Detroit um, lately and okay, looking at the lefties. Okay, so what do we know? We do know that. He's only got a 19% K rate to lefties, but we do know that. These guys, Riley Greens and the current Kerry Carpenters, it's possible he can get these guys at least once a piece. It's possible. Not saying he's going to do it. Then you got last month, you got Colt Keith right there with a 30% K rate, right? But these are the lefties. Can Riley Green and or Kerry Carpenter take them deep? Yes, they can. But right now, lately, the last month, they don't look super sexy or nothing like that. I could bring it into the last 2 weeks. They might light up a little bit, but right now, I don't see anything, right? But, as far as a bomb, if that's one swing of the bat, that can always happen. But the strikeouts are there for some of these lefties. Now to lefties, he will walk some lefties, as you can see. He's got a 12% walk rate to lefties, and he has given up 11 bombs. But when you look at the righties, he's got a higher K percentage to righties, right? So his K percentage jumps up to 31% to righties, and when you when you look at the rise, you see Spencer Torkelson, okay, whatever the case may be. But I looked at these guys probably the last month. They probably don't look so good, right? So bringing it into the last month here, um, it might be some guys over here that's pretty much gettable. Now, they don't look so good. You see Spencer Torkelson, Gleyber Torres, Javi Baez, those guys are in the red. Dingler, 13 for 31, 400 batting average last month. What has he been hitting? A few hits off the sinker, fastball, sweeper, whatever, right? So this predominant pitch is that sinker right there, followed by the fastball and the sweeper. So like I said, not too fond of these righties right now, to tell you the truth. As the last 2 weeks, some of these guys are starting to strike out a little bit more. His strikeouts are sitting at 4.5. Don't forget, he will strike out righties at a higher clip. See who's going to be in the lineup, and then see what they do. Right. On the flip side, when you're looking at the New York Yankees here, I couldn't. The righties. You don't even have to look at the righties, bro. You don't. It's the lefties. You have to figure it out. When you look at the righties, you're thinking about Judge. You're thinking about Stanton. The lefties are the one I have a problem with. Just trying to figure out, trying to scope out which one. They have been playing some ball last 2 3 weeks, so shout out to them. But it's hard for me to figure out which one of these lefties I would like to get to. Uh, three last 3 weeks here. It's not easy for me, right? You got Trisham's got 3 bombs on this pitch miss, pretty green. Wells got a couple. Ben Bryce got 3. Josh Chisholm got 3. But at the end of the day, it's hard for me to pick out one if I want to take him for a bomb. Well, as I narrowed it down a little bit more, McMahon started to get a little bit more green, but there's some strikeout concerns there for those lefties as well. So it is what it is. Not going to give you a bat there. Of course, I like Judge, but that's whatever, right? Toronto, Houston. What I want to say here is taking a look at the Toronto side of things here. The biggest of bats on both teams, man. Those are the guys that are in play for me, right? So, Vladdy, I always look at pitch mix and stuff like that. You guys already know, but I did look at right versus right hand pitching in general this time, and then I flipped it down to the last week just to see what because I know he's been hitting. You know what I'm saying? So, looking at Vladdy, uh, the last 7 days versus right hand pitching. He's batting 500 with 3 extra base hits, 1 home run. Um, the fly ball ain't there. The pull air is with a 5% K rate, 8 for 14. You guys already know the deal, right? This is versus right hand pitching, no pitch mix or nothing. So you can take a look at some of his exit velo logs. Not the greatest, but he does have some green in the vicinity. Um, Taking a look on the other side here, I could even go out to the last 2 weeks here, which would be on the flip side for Houston, and you'll get somebody like looking at the lefties, you'll get somebody like Alvarez. Now Alvarez has been smoking the ball, right? Last 2 weeks, 27 for 13, 13 for 27, 3 extra base hits, 2 bombs. If I bring it in to the last 7 days, he's a little bit more concentrated, 9 for 17, 9 for 16, 2 extra base hits and a bomb. However you want to look at it, versus that's just versus right hands in general. I could push it out. Let me see. Now versus Shane Bieber's pitch mix, I could put that in there, and you can look at it both ways, right? He's 10 for 21. You can take a look at some of his exit velo logs here if you want. And right here is where he was really warm, right? Towards the end of 26, the end of August until shit a few days ago. I mean, is he still warm? He just hit a bomb on the sixth. So it is what it is with that situation. Even bringing it into the last 7 days versus this pitch mix, he's 7 for 13, so it is what it is. So we looked at him with and without the pitch mix. Jordan Alvarez, Vladdy. When you talk about the Toronto side of things, we know we got your Springers. We know we got your we got the Bichettes and stuff like that. But I was just mainly talking about Vladdy there. Which Springer is on a motherfucking another planet. um, Atlanta, Chicago. Now, Chicago White Sox and Tampa Bay. We know we got the Brandon Lows. We know we got the actually both Lows, right? Low, Lau, whichever one, and your Montgomery and your Camaneros. Those guys are bomb candidates, man. Straight up. I don't have to go there. Looking at this Milwaukee and Texas game, it was one thing that kind of stood out to me, and it's a sneaky spot. Could be a sneaky spot. I don't want to squeeze nothing out though, but it kind of caught my eye. I'll show you guys. I'll share it with you guys. We got Chad Patrick on the mound. Um, I was looking at I was looking at Josh Young, man. Um, what stood out to me was Chad Patrick. I didn't write his name down or nothing like that, but I think it was that sinker, right? That he's throwing that secondary pitch. I wish if it was the first pitch, then I would have probably been all on it. But I was searching for something for this game, so I don't have to, I don't have to really give that one out. But I was searching for something, and I think it was as of late. It might have been that cutter, might have been that, might have been that sinker, might have been that sinker. That's probably what it was. The last 2 3 weeks. Let's see. Yeah. So that's what it was. I was looking at his exit velo logs on that sinker, which was pretty good there. And out of 12 at bats, was 100 exit velo average, probably like 12 at bats right there. So if he can catch that sinker, then it's some damage he can do to the sinker. But it's not nothing that I'm coming out here giving out. What up, Frenchie? What's going on? It's not nothing that I'm giving out though. It's just something that I wanted to point out that is a secondary pitch. He's hitting the secondary pitch pretty hard. Wyatt Langford is hitting that fastball really hard. Okay, if you want to know something like that, and then but more than likely I'm just going to be off of it. But I did want to show you guys that putting you guys on notice for something like that. But moving along with LA versus Minnesota, right? So first off the back here, um, both of these teams got some boppers over there that can hit some bombs, right? The first thing I want to talk about here would be Zebby Matthews. He's in a good strikeout spot. He hasn't seen this team this season. The Angels, he hasn't seen this team this season, and we know what the Angels have been doing in the strikeout category, right? So we get somebody like Zebby Matthews. I'm going to pull the trigger on it and hope the bats don't get to him before he hit the strikeouts. That's most of the time when people don't hit their strikeouts versus the Angels. More than likely, the bats really get to them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, when the Angels get hot, sure, versus a lot of strikeout pitchers, they can get their strikeouts and get their ass knocked out the game, very early. But there's some flashes here of a few bets that if I just think the Angels ain't gonna be right, then I might want to take a stab at. 7Ks for him at plus 120, and you could get, if you're feeling froggy, you can get 8 for plus 235. You can get 9 at plus 475, right? Or a Sawbuck 10 at plus 950. That's if you feel like if you like what you see. If you don't like it, please don't play it. Do not, right? Do your research, see if you like it or not. His pitching out sitting at 16 and a half at plus 100. Now, looking at Zebby Matthews, some of his strikeout matchups and things like that, he hasn't had more than 8 strikeouts this season. He had 8 strikeouts versus no, I'm sorry. Those are hits. I was looking at hits. I'm sorry. Um, he had nine hasn't had more than 9 strikeouts. He had 9 strikeouts twice. He gave Kansas City 9 Ks. He also gave the Yankees 9 Ks. His strikeouts sitting at 6.5, which he has he's only did that once in his last 8 games, probably twice in his last 10 games. But the K's could and should be there. This is one of the best strikeout matchups if you can avoid that long ball. And you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is with that situation. The K's can and should be in play for me. Even if you want to shake them down, be my guest. Now, his pitching outs. 3 of his last 5 games, he's hit this number. This gets kind of scary when you're going up against the Angels because they can hit a few bombs, run a pitch count up, and then boom, he don't hit his pitch count. But like I said, he don't hit his pitching outs, but he's hit his number in 3 of his last 4 games, including 2 back-to-back games versus the White Sox in San Diego, where he went 16 and a half pitching outs. So, but like I said, they do have some big boppers over here. Well, I am kind of scared, but I do want to pull the trigger, but I am kind of scared. So 16 and a half pitching outs at plus 100 is something that you can probably take a look at, but I ain't gonna lie. I think I would rather take his strikeouts first, then the pitching outs, or you can play them both, and hopefully he hits one or the other. That's if you like it, right? I haven't. It's not official for me because I haven't put anything on it. Bats. Zebby Matthews is throwing that. He's throwing that fastball 40% of the time. It's getting hit. He's got 3 bombs off of it. Um, I think when I narrowed it down, of course, you know what I'm saying. It can't. Adele was the guy, but I think it was somebody else down there too. I will bring it up at least to the last month here. Adele's got 5 bombs on that. And as you can see, that's his top throwing pitch. He does have some K stuff. As you can see, he's got 25% K rate. On the road there, his K rate goes from 25% to 24%. So there's a lot of strikeouts on this fastball. But they got some guys that will bop it. This is the last month here. Uh, Ward's got 3 bombs. Barrow's pretty decent, and then 5 bombs for Odell. Right, so it is what it is that situation. Taylor Ward is the one who's not striking out that much on his fastball in the last month. Last 2 weeks here, or last 7 days, I can bring it to you like that. Right, Jordell 2 bombs. He looks, he's a deal, right? What do you want me to say? But the strikeouts are there for the fastball, man. So you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Now, um, I would have to lean towards. I mean, I know the odds might be shitty, but I would have to lean towards Buxton. I ain't gonna lie. When it comes to a home run, because for the simple fact that, looking at Hendricks here, um, he's got a 14% K rate. Okay, he's given up 15 bombs to the righties. He has given up a bomb to Buxton, and then on top of that, Buxton, he's a big fan of that pitch mix, right? So taking a look at Kyle Hendricks, he's throwing the sinker 46% of the time. 300 batting average on that. Now, sometimes now on the road, where they at home? On the road, where they at home, right? So okay. How did I look at that? At home, let me see. So at home, he's giving up 8 of those bombs at home. Okay. Now, mm, that primary pitch would be that sinker. Um, he's giving up. Buxton's got 4 bombs on that with 9 extra base hits and a 16% K rate. Historically he does have a home run versus him. Luke Keisha is another guy we'll look at for a hit. My thing here is all this red, especially the strikeouts, right? So we know Buxton will strike out, but he's not. Hendricks sitting there with a 14% K rate, so I really like that, man. I like this matchup. Even if I throw the full pitch mix in there and then bring it back down to the last month and just take a look and see what we got. As you can see, Buxton 13 for 37. Keisha 17 for 34, 37. I would look at Keisha for a hit on 6% K rate and a lower K percentage for Buxton, right? 8 extra base hits, 3 bombs, 21 barrel. You know what it is, right? Uh, I can even bring it into the last 2 weeks where you get a Buxton last 7 days. How about that? Last 7 days, he's 5 for 9, 5 extra base hits. Okay, 5 for 9 versus pitch mix. All 5 of them with extra base hits. 83 fly ball, 50 pull air, and he will strike out. But hey, it is what it is, right? If you want to heat check George Lewis, he did hit a couple bombs yesterday or the day before, one or the other. And then, like I say, Keisha, he's in play for me for a hit. You want to take a look at the exit velo logs here. If he ain't striking out, he's hitting the ball pretty hard. So Buxton would be that guy for me when it comes to a bomb. You can heat check Royce Lewis for a home run, and then, like I said, Luke Keisha, he's somebody that I'm definitely going to be looking for a hit. Depending on where he's at in the lineup, you could definitely look at his HRRs. Um, Cincinnati and San Diego, and um, Zach Littell. He can be okay. You know what I'm saying? But he gives up the bomb, right? 20 bombs to lefties, righties, uh, 14 bombs to lefties, man. Going up against Cincinnati. Now, I took Loriano. I think I took him for a bomb yesterday or the day before. So, you know how that shit goes. He's probably gonna hit one. You never know. Whatever, right? But Michael King, the strikeouts are in play for him. But I don't know how long he's gonna go, right? I need to look and see how long he's gonna go. He was out for about 3 months, came back on the ninth, then came back. I don't know what's wrong, what's going on, right? So if I knew he was pitching now, if I go find some information, I know he's going to go 5 or 6 innings. I'll take a look at his strikeouts. Okay, I do like him as a strikeout pitcher. Taking a look at the last month versus right hand pitching, Cincinnati third in striking out with a 98 WRC plus. Last 14 days, Cincinnati fourth in striking out. Fourth in striking out with a 100 WRC plus. And then, last 7 days, even if I don't have to go there, I don't. But Cincinnati number 7 is striking out. So they like top five striking out average, you know what I'm saying, over the course of a month. So it is what it is, right? I think Michael King's strikeouts are about 4.5, maybe 5.5. I don't know how long he's gonna go. He might be able to, they got us his outs line at 14 and a half. If his strikeouts line is at 4.5, if I think he goes 5 innings, will I take it? Do I like it? What's his line? Well, I'm not gonna sit here and try to guess what the books know. You could get, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and try to guess what the books know. They got us line at 5.5, so the K's could and should be there. I'm gonna have to read up on it, man, because you can get some value there if you can sneak out 7 Ks for plus 250. So I'm gonna have to look at it. I ain't gonna stunt. He is in play for Ks, but I don't know. He only pitched one game since May. And then his last game he pitched on the 9th. I need to see he ain't pitched in a month. He ain't pitched in a month again. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Are they gonna be cautious with him? And then I don't see any rehab, whatever, right? I don't see any other starts for him in the mines and nothing like that. So what the hell right? So he pitched what? No, I don't see nothing. In a month, he ain't pitched in a month. So we'll see what's gonna happen there, right? If this was regular, if he was in, had been this was his third or fourth start, I would have took his K's. Ben took him. Um, Seattle, St. Louis. Um, Suarez, I took him for a bomb yesterday, so guess what? He'll go today. Okay, he'll go today, and I don't even know why I clicked on this shit because the usual suspects in play. I don't got nothing, bro. Arizona, San Francisco. We got Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray, right? So Robbie Ray. I'm gonna tell you, long story short, he throwing that fastball 60% to lefties and righties. Marte and Corbin Carroll, both of them motherfuckers can hit that fastball. We know that, right? So we got that shit is out the way, right? That's out the way. Chapman took him for a bomb yesterday. He went, right? I might have to go right back to the well. We got Zach Gallen on the mound. I said Zalin. Gallen has been pretty good as of late. So if you want to, know a little something about Zach Gallen, he's went 6 innings or better in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of his last 12 games. That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. The strikeout. So if he can go 6 innings, I couldn't talk you off his strikeouts. I don't know where they at. But I have to analyze that, which that's something I did analyze. Looking at the righties here, I'm going right on back to where what I'm saying, right on into the thick of things here. Last 2 weeks, Matt Chapman 7 for 14 versus his pitch mix. Fly ball 40, no striking out, 3 bombs, 5 extra base hits, with three of those being bombs, right? If I reel it into the last 7 days, he's 7 for 9, 5 extra base hits, 3 bombs, 97 extra velo, no striking out. So I'm gonna continue to keep pulling that trigger, right? On something, right? We leaving here with something. Home run, double, home run, ground out, double, single, home run. We leaving here with something, right? So Matt Chapman is my guy when it looks like that, when it comes to that situation right there. And then flipping on over to the lefties, it was Jung Ho Lee. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think I don't know. It was a series. I'll tell you what. Uh, 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 Bailey, Smith, and Lee, they didn't play for hits. Okay, I'll tell you that. And Chapman hits all the way up to a bomb. Phew. Man, the athletics in that Boston game, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna tell you this, right? They got fucking the athletics. They got them. They team total at 3.5 at home versus Dustin May. I've been taking shots at Dustin May, and it's like I've been missing. Right? It's like when I take the shot at him, he pitched good, and then boom, when I lay off on his ass, he get tore up. Right? They in Sacramento with that motherfucking ballpark, and they got a 3.5 team total for athletics, bro. Straight up, 3.5 team total. This game, I'm trying to tell you. Look, Dustin May, 15 bombs to lefties on the road, six of them, not looking so good. Red and shit like that all the way across the board. Then six bombs to uh six bombs to righties, and all those six bombs come on the road. Bam. See, he was not in general. He's okay in general. He was okay versus righties. Six bombs, but all those six bombs when I click the road, turn red, and all that shit come on the road. Right. Give me the over 3.5 team total, and I'll live with that L. I'll take my L's. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. I take my L's in this spot. And then you look at look at Jerry Springs. He's giving up 23 bombs to righties, man, and then to lefties, he's giving up three. At home, of those 23 bombs at home, 13 of them come at home for Jeffrey Springs. The thing about that, me searching through the pitch mixes for both teams, I was seeing what I was seeing, but I wasn't liking what I was seeing, right? But you got to take the ballpark into consideration, the weather, and all that, right? So, you know, man, and then a total. We have I think it's a 10.5 total here, man. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, we got 10. Can this sell? Can this game? Oh shit! Who the hell is that? Do they have an opener here? They probably got an opener. Oh, okay. They got an opener. Let me see. Mm, let me refresh this. Ah ha ha ha! Who the hell is that? Connolly. Fuck, they done switched the picture and shit up. It's crazy work, man. Now I gotta go and now I gotta go look, check him out and all this shit, right? I can't do this right now. He's got some K stuff, 132 strikeouts in 100 innings. I'm gonna have to go hunt his pitch mix down and do all this shit. I have to go do all that. Damn, he got some strikeout stuff though. Five bombs. He'll walk a few too. He'll walk a few. So now scratch that. I don't even know. Just scratch that shit, man. Straight up. Where we got? I have a question. Don Player, what's up? How you feel about no runs first inning in the Baltimore game? You like both pitchers. Okay, so the Baltimore game, I know for sure they have an opener, right? So um that's the thing for me. They have an opener going, and for Pittsburgh, oh shit, they add Baltimore. I thought they were Pittsburgh. All right, so Braxton Ashcraft. So who's he's the primary. Who's opening up here? Let's see. Mike Burrows is opening. Okay, Mike Burrows is going to be the opener. Let me make sure. He'll come out and pitch the first for sure. He'll come out and pitch the first. Burrows is listed as the Pirates' probable starting pitcher for Tuesday. We'll figure. You gotta see. Yeah, I think Burrows is the guy, right? Let me see. ESPN, MLB schedule. Burrows, right? And then he's gonna come out there and pitch 1 or 2 innings. Let me see how many innings has he been pitching lately. 3 innings, 2 innings, 4 innings. So I don't know if that's who you was going off of, Don, but that's another situation right there. So I don't know. I don't know, bro. Um, Murphy, I probably would have took a stab at it if it was on Pittsburgh, but I don't know right now, bro. I don't know with that opener right there. I don't know, and I didn't even look at the bats in general because once they had the opener, I'm like, okay, fuck it, because he gonna come out there and pitch 1 or 2 innings, and then another guy gonna come in. So it's like whatever with that situation, right? So I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry. The last game on the docket would be the. I didn't look at Colorado bats. Now I did not. I just looked at the Dodgers bats. And long story short, I'm gonna have to look at Colorado bats, especially them lefties. Damn. But long story short, I'm saying MCN. Um, shit, 25th, 19th, 25th, 3rd, runs. I'm gonna take a rain check on the Colorado bats right now. I ain't gonna look at them, but I did look at the I did look at the Dodgers bats, right? And for the Dodgers bats here, I think it's Mookie and it's Otani, man. You know, it just is what it is, right? It is what it is. Now you don't have to look at these Otani for bombs all the time. You can look at them for something else. A couple runs, couple RBIs, anything, right? Last week, what have you done for me? Um, Well, he's batting 455 versus pitch mix, 5 extra base hits, 3 bombs in the last 7 days, 103 extra velo, even a 15% K rate. So you know it is what it is. That situation. What has he hit? He's got 2 back-to-back home runs on the 7th versus Sugiyano, and the pitches he's thrown, I mean, he's hit them off of as of late. 2 off that fastball, which he's throwing 43% of the time, and 1 for 1 on that sinker, and that one was a bomb, and 2 extra base hits on that changeup if he decides to even go there. So he's in that warm category right now. He's hot. Flip it over to the righties there. It's gonna have to be Mookie for me, right? But it's not one. I probably won't be going to him for a bomb, even though he's hit 2 bombs in the last 7 days. Fly ball is up, pulled air is up. He's 7 for 18. Take a look at his exit velo logs if you want. Single, fly out, fly out, fly out, single, home run, strikeout, triple, home run, fielder's choice. Yeah, I know he's probably saying, "Damn, do y'all remember me? Do y'all remember me? Y'all ain't got no love for Death Row." But at the end of the day, he looks pretty warm right now. So Mookie, Otani, those guys are the warmer bats right now, especially versus pitch mix. Those are the guys I'll be looking at. Taking a look at Jackson. I didn't drop the Jackson video. I still should drop it. Now, this is what Jackson likes. They like Buxton for a bomb. I like him for a bomb. Adele, if he don't strike out, he probably going to take this guy deep. Colson Montgomery. This guy swings for the fences. A lot of that shit didn't even look good, but he swings for the fences. He's a home run candidate. Um, Brandon Lowe for a hit, right? He's also a home run candidate. Mac McClain for a base. That's equivalent to a hit, I guess. Um, Washington Nationals, Miami over. I like the over there. I think they're gonna get hit. I think there's gonna be some hits there. Rings runs put up. Philly money line. I couldn't tell you who's gonna win that game. Dodgers run line. I'm gonna stay away from it, but you know it is what it is. Pitching props. King over 4.5 strikeouts. I would have taken that, right? He's over in 7 of 10. Sean Manaea over 5.5 strikeouts. He's over in 4 straight. Zach Gallen over 4.5 strikeouts. He's over in 6 of 10, including 3 straight. Bieber over 4.5 strikeouts. Very interesting. He's over in 5 straight. Will Warren over 5.5 strikeouts. Now this is the one I analyzed. I would be gamble if I bet this. It would be a gamble, but I'm willing to say that I think he can hit that 6 strikeouts versus Detroit, and that is it, y'all. My bats. I tell you, my bats was Um, my bets was um, I like the lefties here. I couldn't pinpoint who's going to do anything on Miami. They just, man, I like the lefties here though. Straight up, I like the lefties here for Washington. Um, I mean, judge them, they self-explanatory, right? Alvarez, Vladdy. Um, I mean, Brandon Lowe, the Lowe's, and the D. Those guys in play, man. Come on now. Josh Young was interesting to me. I'm not betting on him. He was interesting. Buxton. If I'm looking at a lefty on the LA side, it would be Mancada, and then a hit, Keisha. Joe Adele for a bomb. Damn. Trout leading off. He back. I didn't even know that shit. Um, Newbar been hitting, right? Anything you want to get to here for these guys, I mean, they got the big boppers over there. I don't have to point them out. Um, I'm not betting on any bats from San Diego, but you can definitely look at if you want my day late guy, it's gonna be Loriano. Day late, right? Cartel and Marte and Carroll gonna see that fastball. He's throwing it 60% of the time. If I'm looking for a hit to a bomb, it's gonna be Chapman, right? Hit him for a bomb yesterday for Chapman. Boy, this is an interesting game here. I just don't know. Mookie and Otani, right? I'm gonna wait. As soon as Muncy hit a home run, I'm back on the Muncy train. I'm just waiting on him. That's all I'm doing is waiting on him, right? Uh, Strikeout guy for me that wasn't mentioned. Bradish, he's got the ability to strike some shit out. Okay, Bradish, North Cameron. I'm not going there, but um, Suarez and Manea, I'm gonna lay off them too. Uh, and Zebby Matthews, right? Zebby Matthews. Yep, Zebby Matthews. The gambles for me is going to be Zebby Matthews, and I'm thinking about gambling on Bradish, man, straight up. All right, so take what you like, leave what you don't. Um, Probably tomorrow gonna be a shorter video with less plays than this, right? With less plays than this. Right now, for the rest of the day, up until tomorrow, when I look at baseball, I'm about to look early. Look, I'm getting ready to look early. Look at football, man. Straight up, early look at football, and I know how to play their ass this year. I know how to play their ass this year, man. Everybody got that week one heebie-jeebies off them. Boom. These weeks finna start flying through right now. Finna start flying through. Don't put motherfuckers on your tickets that you got a second guess. Don't put them on there, man. Straight up. Always bet your straights, man. Peace out. Even though I got smoked yesterday, Bears. I gotta go. I'm finna get ready to call my Bears right now. They pissed me off.